What's going on, guys? My name is Cody. Stream set. So I've been getting this question a lot recently because if you guys know the YouTuber Hutch, he's been looking at improving his recording quality. So I hit him up. I helped him out. One of those people OBS because you don't want to change, you don't want to update. First thing I did as soon as I installed it, go ahead and do that. But we're gonna go to output. That's where we're gonna be messing with the majority of things here. We're gonna go to output. It has multiple audio tracks that you can select for both streaming and recording, and you can separate your audio that way. So you can have music, notifications, your mic, whatever you can have muted on your. But again, like I said, it's gonna look really pixelated. So with the profile, we're gonna go on main. Tune, we can just go ahead and leave that on none. I've never really messed around with that. So with X264 options, you're going to go ahead and type in OpenCL equals true. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up your GPU to help encode your stream. Tune, we can just go ahead and leave that on none. I've never really messed around with that. Helps me on the end of things options, you're going to go ahead and type in OpenCL equals true. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up your GPU. Any little bit of help I can get, I use it. So let's go ahead and hop over to recording. We're going to leave it on standard. Set yourself a recording. So with X264 options, you're going to go ahead and type in OpenCL equals true. And what that's going to do is recording format. I usually go with MP4. You can select. So let's go ahead and hop over to recording. We're going to leave it on standard. Save it. Set yourself recording. So with X264 options, you're going to go ahead and type in OpenCL equals true. What that's going to do is recording format. Back to what I was saying about audio tracks, you can select as many audio tracks. So let's go ahead and hop over to recording. Alright, and down here, you set yourself a reset. So with X264 whatever you're going to type in OpenCL. So for me, with that format, back to what I was saying about audio tracks, you can select as many audio tracks. So let's go ahead and hop over to recording. Alright, and down here, you set yourself a reset. So with X264 whatever you're going to type in So for me, with that format, I prefer having 1080p 60 FPS videos, so I just went ahead and did that. All right, for bitrate, we're going to go ahead and set that on 1000. Use custom buffer size 0. If you don't prefer having 1080p some of the versions videos, you're going to select the pull down and click CRF. We're going to go down to keyframe interval and put that on 2. All right, so right down here is where things start to... All right, so right down here is where things start to get a little tricky. So we're going to uncheck use CBR, or again, like I said, if you have the versions where it's just a pull down, just make sure it's on CRF. All right, so the CRF tab, that is where our quality is going to come from. So the lower this number, the higher the CPU, the higher the file size, and the higher the quality, right? So mine's at about 7. I selected that after messing around a little bit and understanding what was good for my setup, what was good for my hard drive space, what was good for my CPU usage. So 7 is a pretty good sweet spot. I also have a 5960, so it just depends on that tab. That is where our quality is. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy with the lower this bitrate, but just listen. The CRF is basically going to push your computer to pull as much bitrate and keep the quality as high as possible as long as it can. So the lower the CRF, the harder it's going to push your computer. If you make the number higher, like a 15, 20, 25, you're going to get smaller file sizes, not as good of quality. So you can go ahead and mess with that and figure out what's good for you. The CPU preset doesn't matter as much as it did on the streaming tab. Ultra fast is what I use, which is just the fastest. Profile, high. And then again, I have my 264 options on OpenCL equals true so that it can get a little bit extra help from the GPU. And now we can hop on over to audio. Audio, again, is going to be different for everyone. I don't want you guys to just copy and paste this because, like I said, it's going to be different for everyone. I have different tracks for every different audio input that I have. Good for the one that's going to be going out to the audio, stream, again, is going to be different for everyone. I don't want you guys all to copy and paste this because, for your recording tracks, it's not a dumb idea to bump it up to 320 to just give yourself that extra audio quality. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for the streaming and recording quality. I hope that I was able to help you guys out. Like I said, it's really, really dependent on what CPU you have. I have dedicated encoding PCs, so my settings are probably a little bit higher than what yours can be, but I hope that I was able to help. I know a lot of people just mess around with solely bitrate, and there's so much more than that, so I hope that you were able to learn something from this. If you did, feel free to leave a thumbs up, and I want to say thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Different tracks for every different audio that I was able to work. Hey
Hey everyone, my name is Yoshi, and welcome to another tutorial. This time, I'm going to be teaching you the basics of how to stream using OBS Studio. OBS Studio is pretty much the definitive version of OBS at this point. It took over from OBS Classic.
Different tracks for every different audio,
I believe. And I haven't seen a lot of tutorials of people teaching people how to stream using OBS, and this is a lot better than the old OBS. And so I figured I would be the one to do it. So first things first, you're going to want to download OBS Studio by going to obsproject.com and going to the download tab. The reason we're going to the download tab and not getting it directly from the homepage download is because if you go to the download tab, you have the option to download it with the CLR browser source, and while the CLR browser source isn't 100% required for anything, it's definitely helpful. Go to the download tab, you have the option to download it with stuff like that. So that's the one that you're going to want to do. You're going to want to select your operating system. I'm going to be doing this on the basis that you're using Windows, because Windows is definitely the best OS to use when you're streaming. You can stream from a Mac and you can stream from Linux, but certain features will not work or aren't there, or you're going to have a lot of inconsistencies with the programs that you're using to stream. So I would definitely recommend using Windows to stream, and the version is obviously going to be OBS Studio, and you're going to want to click on OBS with browser source. So you're going to want to click on that, download it. It's a simple install, and when you get it, you will have this. Obviously, you're not going to have all of this stuff over here. These are all of my specific scenes. But the CLR browser source is one scene over here that is called Windows is definitely the best OS. I have replicated that scene. Obviously, you're not going to have all of this stuff over here. These are all of my specific scenes. The difference between scenes and sources: scenes are the separate screens that you can switch to. For instance, here is my speedrunning scene. Here is my casual scene. They're the different screens that people use and the different layouts. And then sources are the elements that make up those different screens. Alright, so you will also have a profile created for you. I'm going to create a new profile and name it tutorial. And this is just so that I can change all of these settings in the tutorial. But CLR browser will have a profile for my own for you. I'm going to create a once you've done that, my OBS is now set up exactly like you will have it. And this is just so that I can change all of these settings. Download it. And the first thing you're going to want to do is change your settings. So, go to File, Settings, and you will start off with the General tab. In the General tab, you will find your language settings, which obviously I'm speaking English, so my language setting would be English. And then in here, you can change your theme. By default, it is this white theme, which is very reminiscent of classic OBS. However, they did add, and I love this feature, a dark theme to OBS to, one, be easier on the eyes, and two, it fucking looks a lot better. Let's be honest. And then you can have it show dialogue options when you start streams and stop streams. That's just for if you accidentally start your stream, they want to make sure that you will don't accidentally start your stream. But I don't really have that issue, show dialogue options. I keep those when you start streams and stop streams. And then you have source alignment snapping. Source alignment snapping basically means if I went ahead and added a source and was dragging it around the screen, it would snap to the edge of the screen where other sources are, the horizontal and vertical centers, stuff like that. I'm going to disable that for myself. Dragging it around the screen. If you want to enable that, you can go edge of the screen, just what it does, where other sources are, the horizontal and vertical centers, stuff like that. Like 10 pixels I'm going to would be like how close it would be to that before it actually moves over and snaps to it. I'm going to disable that just because it makes my life easier, because I'm not used to it. This is actually a brand new version of OBS Studio that just released about 20 minutes ago. So there's that, and this was one of the new features, the source alignment snapping. You can use that if you want to, but I personally am not going to. Next, we have our stream. Stream is where basically it tells OBS to stream to whatever service you want to use. For this purpose, I'm teaching you how to stream to Twitch. So the service we're going to use is Twitch, and then you will select a server that is the closest to you. For me, the closest server is in New York, so I'm going to choose that. And then you have your stream key. Your stream key is basically a key that tells OBS to stream to your specific Twitch channel on the Twitch service. So to get your stream key, you will go to your dashboard. Hello, this is my dashboard. And you will go to the stream key tab, and you will click show key, copy that, and paste it into the box. I obviously am not going to show my own stream key because I want to be the only one streaming to my channel, and I don't